Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Plus and welcome to the greatest Universe Mode channel to be on YouTube in the year of 2024. We are ready to start off with an absolute bang for your wrestling show, and it will be an absolute wrestling show to say the least, as we have split screen interview, qualifying action, and let's not forget, last but not least, inside your main event, it'll be Fatal 4-Way action, Samoa Joe, CM Punk, Bobby Lashley, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Gonna be damn good, ladies and gentlemen, as we are finally out here in the Mayhem Arena, but we are going to take a short break as Adam Pearce has some words for the WWE Universe. Let's hear what he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is General Manager Adam Pearce, and I can promise you that today's episode of Universe Mode will be one for the history books, as this is our first episode of Mayhem for the new year, and we want to set things straight. We want to set things right. We want to make sure that this is a Mayhem that you can know and love. So that is the exact reason why you have the mega show that you have on display. You have Drew McIntyre, a man who is fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship this coming Sunday at No Way Out. He will be sharing his final words on Judgment Day and the entire story going into this. We will also see a face-to-face, somewhat split-screen confrontation between the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be hearing from the Intercontinental Champion tonight as well. But that doesn't stop the action, because as we get into the action coming up next, Gable will be going one-on-one with the Shield's newest member, Wheeler Yuta, in one of his debut singles match. But his debut singles match for Mayhem, as that kicks off for you guys. But later on tonight, the two co-leaders of the LWO, Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio, will be going 2-on-2 with the World Tag Team Champions themselves, Dax and Cash FTR. And that one we can promise will be nothing less than a banger. But inside your main event with new implications, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Lashley, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Samoa Joe, 4 out of the 6 men that are going to be competing inside that Elimination Chamber. The winner of those 4 men tonight, whoever walks out the winner tonight, will get the advantage, as meaning that whoever wins the matchup tonight will be the final man to exit the pod coming out of the Elimination Chamber, which gives you all of the momentum in the world. Because if you go into that chamber being the last man to come out while everybody beats each other up, everybody destroys each other, puts you in the most prime position. And that is exactly what we are looking to see. We already know that 6 of Raw's best, including, or not including, the mystery superstar that will be announced this Sunday, not even including Roman Reigns, but ladies and gentlemen, 4 of Raw's absolute best will compete right here tonight on the Green Brand. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are excited for this stacked show, hit that thumbs up button, because I can promise you it is going to deliver all the hype. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, we are finally here in the zone, and we are ready to go, as Friday nights are the destination nights for professional wrestling, and here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming and stopping by to check out this video. I just want to thank everybody for all the support on the channel. As of recently, we have been going absolutely insane with the content recently, and this year, can you believe it's only day 5 in the new year? Absolutely insane. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you back to how Otis started his year off. It was January 1st, Monday, first episode of Raw, and Otis started it off damn good by pinning the Intercontinental Champion Adam Cole, which shocked the entire WWE Universe, which, you know, did you expect that? I sure as hell didn't. Otis pinning Adam Cole? Absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. But it seems like here in Universe Mode, we are starting off the Season 2 half, or the second half of Season 2, pretty hot, as these are the closing months of our season. We had one hell of a season this time around, but tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as Adam Pearce announced, Gable will be stepping inside the ring with the newest member of the Shield, Wheeler Yuta. This one's going to be a very, very interesting bout, as this is just a little bit of a starter for you guys here tonight. This is going to be damn good, and oh man, look who's back in Yuta. Look who's back in Yuta. It's the man that he can call a brother. It's the man that went to war with him a couple of Mondays ago on Raw. It's Seth frickin' Rollins, and he is backing Wheeler Yuta the only way he knows how. The Architect said that if he sticks with him, or if Yuta sticks with him, you know, then they'll be in for a good treat, and it seems like that is the exact case that we are seeing here tonight. As Wheeler Yuta is one hell of a superstar here in Universe Mode, one dangerous superstar here in Universe Mode. We've only seen him really in the ring with a lot of his Shield competitors. This is the first time we're ever seeing him in the ring on Mayhem, so that's very interesting as Wheeler Yuta makes his debut here tonight going one-on-one with Chad Gable. But, you know, again, another statistic being that Wheeler Yuta has not won against any member outside of his own Shield so far. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this one goes. And let's see how it all goes down. Like I said earlier tonight, you know, the chemistry between Wheeler Yuta and Seth Rollins is absolutely unmatched, and it seems like Rollins taking a bit of a mentor role for Yuta as of late. And wait a minute now, look at Yuta looking to go up and down. Yes, he does. Beautiful suplex hooking in the leg there. Is he going to get the pin? Chad Gable looking to do it. No. You know, if we want to talk more about Chad Gable, just switching gears for a second, you know, Chad Gable is another guy who has been absolutely red hot here in Season 2. Oh! Beautiful overhead suplex there. But like I said, Gable's been absolutely hot this season. You know, when you look at a guy like Chad Gable, Gable not only has been on fire here in Season 2, but he's been able to stay relevant here in Season 2. You know, you guys know a lot of superstars come and go. We don't have split brands here in Universe Mode, so, you know, kind of what you see is what you get, and it bleeds into the next show as Chad Gable is definitely hyped. To look at that, Yuta off the ropes and catches Gable. Caught Gable exactly where he needed him. Seemed like Gable was too distracted by the Mayhem crowd, but I eat my words as Gable kicks off Wheeler Yuta. Both of these men fairly evenly sized up. You know, when you're looking at them just from a visual standpoint, you gotta argue that Wheeler Yuta, one hell of a technical wrestler, but Chad Gable has that technical wrestling locked in his blood and bones, being a former Olympian, being a former, you know, technical wrestler. And wait a minute, look at that. Gable wanted to do something big there, but Wheeler Yuta caught him now, bringing him right into the ropes. I was gonna say corner, but I eat my words. Looking for a suplex, bouncing him right off the ropes into the Falcon's Arrow. You can definitely tell that Wheeler Yuta's taking a little bit of inspiration from Seth frickin' Rollins here tonight. Oh my God! Oh man, knee strike right to the face of Chad Gable. If I'm Gable, I don't know where I'm at or what's going on. But wait a minute. Yuta looking to start us off hot here tonight. Looking to start us off hot here in the new year. And wait a minute. Here we go through the ropes. And oh! This is awesome chance for your first episode of Mayhem in the new year. Your first match on Mayhem for the new year. As ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute. Look at this. Yuta now. Power driver. Catching Gable where he needed to. Into the cover. Is this going to be it? No. Gable has a very pit bull, scrappy attitude when wrestling inside the square circle. You can only really assume that's what you're gonna get when it comes down to to this guy right here. When it comes down to Wheeler Yuta, he's gonna do exactly what Seth Rollins does. He's gonna do exactly. Oh, beautiful power bomb into the cover. Is this gonna be it here? No. You know, something like that right there, too. You know, this is what you're going to see from Wheeler Yuta. You're going to see a lot of shades of Claudio, Moxley, Bryan, and Rollins kind of all in one superstar. That was kind of the goal here as Wheeler Yuta getting brought up here for a suplex. Beautiful work there by Gable. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to go on commercial break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder, this Sunday, the Intercontinental Championship will be on the line when LA Knight goes one-on-one with Adam Cole. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from your short commercial break, as that is all we are getting here tonight for Mayhem. Is please during the match portion and nothing but short commercial breaks. We want to just get to you guys with the action. And oh man, Yuta looks to throw himself at Chad Gable. Gable able to move out of the way in a nick of time. Now Gable now bringing him right into the corner. This might not be good for Wheeler Yuta. Young Yuta here. Young Yuta, this isn't looking the great. Oh! Big kick into the leg there of Wheeler Yuta. Yuta absolutely stunned and shocked, and no! It's dropped down for his efforts. Absolutely beautiful work here tonight by Chad Gable, as Otis already started his year off right by defeating a champion here in Universe Mode. You can only imagine that's what Chad Gable's going to want to do, especially because when people look at, Universe Mode, when they look at Chad Gable, they look at him as the breakout guy. Gable's been in the ring with Adam Cole on multiple different occasions and hasn't been able to get the job done. So The fact that Otis was able to do it, it's definitely something to say the least. And wait a minute now, Gable flinging through. Oh, dropping him down. Beautiful, beautiful maneuver there. It looks like he wanted to go for the cover with it, but thought twice about it. And now Gable picking up young Yuta, bringing him right into the corner. We might be able to see him follow through here, but no, Yuta takes him off now. Picks him up, something big here. Suplex right on his neck. And look at this, Otis doing exactly what we expect any tag team to do here in Universe Mode, and that's look out for their tag team partners, Wheeler Yuta, trying to focus in on this singles match with Chad Gable, but Otis not looking to play fair here tonight, which is not something that we usually see from Alpha Academy. But oh, wait a minute, Yuta once again having an answer for everything. Gable throws at him here tonight. Up and down he goes. Young Yuta, man, this is exactly what you look to see. Breaking that arm, just pulling it, and now going to the absolute tippity top of the rope. And is this gonna be it? Splash by Yuta. 1, 2, and no! Nick of time, but Yuta now, urgency in his eyes, wasting no time. Now has it locked in, has the guillotine locked in, pulling, wrenching, is he gonna tap? Is Gable gonna tap? He taps! Gable taps! Wheeler Yuta just opened his year the right way, the only way he knew how, and that was forged in combat. Ladies and gentlemen, Wheeler Yuta got the job done here tonight, and Wheeler Yuta absolutely starts his year off with nothing but momentum for the Shield, as Moxley and Bryan are already in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and they are ready, geared up for the Tag Team Championship match this Sunday against FTR. But ladies and gentlemen, representation, like never before, as Wheeler Yuta and Seth Rollins came out here tonight, and they delivered on behalf of the Shield. What a victory for Wheeler Yuta. Everybody wants to know, what's Adam Cole's plan going into No Way Out? Is Adam Cole going to be able to, quote, get the job done by himself? Well, that's a little spoiler, if I ever heard one myself. You see, I have kept this championship reign at a high price. At a price of my mental, as a price of my physical body. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I have made this championship the championship to be. Everybody likes to talk about pillars. I am the second pillar, and best believe the best pillar at this goddamn thing called professional wrestling. When I step into the ring, not only do I create magic, but I know how to do the job that LA Knight swears he can do, the job that LA Knight swears he knows how to do. But the truth is, he doesn't. The truth is, LA Knight is just a man who Adam Cole is going to beat in the middle of that ring 1, 2, 3 all over again. Because you see, this ain't nothing but a rematch for me, Knight. This match coming up this Sunday ain't nothing but Raw Anniversary all over again. And when I beat you in front of each and every single person in Canada, man, oh man, even those guys are gonna know what an absolute fool you are. The point that I'm trying to make is that when me and you step inside the ring, once that bell rings, you are gonna get a completely different Adam Cole. You are going to get an Adam Cole who has nothing to gain and everything to lose. If I beat you, it's just me retaining my championship, but if I lose to you, that is a long championship reign being put to end, and I'm not ready for this title reign to end quite yet. So if you want me, you're gonna have to kill me, Knight. But let's be honest, you don't have what it takes. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back out here in the square circle, and oh man, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be damn good, ladies and gentlemen, as tag team action has it's taken its ups, it's taken its downs, but I'd like to argue that during season 2 it's taken a lot, and I mean a whole hell of a lot more ups than downs, as LWO has come out and they are prepared to go against none other than the World Tag Team Champions known as FTR. Now you see, even though Rey Mysterio is wrestling here tonight, he's letting Legado kind of have the lead here tonight, letting them represent like never before. Now usually we thought we would have seen the team of Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro step into the ring here tonight to take on FTR, but the LWO says, no, we're going to have the leaders, you know, kind of squash this and take care of this. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, if they're able to do that here tonight, the LWO are able to somehow, some way defeat FTR here tonight. And I don't mean that as an insult to Legado, don't get me wrong. I mean, listen, FTR right now are about to step into the ring with a team that's held championship gold in the past. I mean, listen, they're not going against any easy team here. Wow, okay. Well, they are not going against any easy team here tonight, but it definitely feels like FTR is loved here tonight. And listen, can you blame the WWE Universe? We're looking at Cash, we're looking at Dax, we're looking at two men that put on one hell of a banger this past Monday against DIY. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at tag team champions like never before. Now, this was a tag team division. These were tag team champions that the entire world was asking for the entire year of 2023. But it was Raw Anniversary, the biggest show of our entire Raw at all. It was crazy. It was 1 year of Raw, and that was when FTR was able to get the job done. But, you know, Adam Pearce had announced that, listen, there was going to be no rematches after that, or no rematch clause right after, as he wanted to make sure the landscape of the tag division was absolutely fresh going in to No Way Out, and that it is, as FTR is going to be taking on the team of Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson in the Shield. But let's focus on this one here tonight. The co-captains, ooh, beautiful spine busted air by Santos Escobar. You know, the former main event Escobar that we know him as, and same with Rey Mysterio, luchador legend. You know, when it comes down to FTR, they're not going against an easy team here tonight. They are going against a ferocious team. They are going against a team that is looking to take no prisoners, and a team who has a lot to lose and a whole lot to gain. It looks like FTR on an absolute up and up. You know, that goes with me earlier saying that I'm not trying to clown the LWO, and not trying to say FTR is better than them, but when you look at momentum, when you look at a hot streak, you look at FTR. These guys, since winning the championships, have been on an absolute collision course, doing what they got to do to keep those championships around their waist and making sure they wrestle a whole hell of a lot. Something that the Usos didn't really do much, because there was always some kind of bloodline business going on, but they definitely wrestled when it counted. I won't take that away from them, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, with FTR, you get a different sight of those tag team championships. You know, you not only being on a different team, but FTR, they're a wrestle any and everywhere kind of team. Now, the Bloodline, they're more of a you got to earn it kind of team, you know. FTR are willing to put these titles on the line any and everywhere. They're willing to, you know, wrestle any and everywhere. And you see here tonight, they're going against two luchadors, and one luchador legend. And wait a minute, look at that beautiful bulldog there by Rey Mysterio. Mysterio now tags in Santos Escobar, as Escobar, since last year at Extreme Rules, has been learning a whole hell of a lot from Rey Mysterio. After Escobar, lost that main event match against Cody Rhodes for the World Heavyweight Championship, after, going under the wing of Rey Mysterio, has kind of just taught him just a little more. And oh man, beautiful takedown there by Cash Wheeler, as Wheeler, I haven't really talked much about this match, but Wheeler and Santos are the two legal men in the ring. And wait a minute, Cash Wheeler looking to meet him to the outside, as Santos wasn't trying to allow him to do what he wanted to do there, but still, Still Wheeler able to pull through. Wheeler able to do what he has to do. And wait a minute now. Wheeler now has Mysterio up. Looks like he wants to hit something big here on Rey Mysterio. Down goes the Luchador legend. And oh! And Santos does not appreciate that. So he's going after Cash's tag partner. Dax taken out. And now it's just Cash and Escobar, ladies and gentlemen. And big takedown there. Santos Escobar doing exactly what he was set out to do here tonight. And oh, I eat my words there as Cash moves out of the way, catches him with a big boot there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is 2 out of your 4 matches here tonight for your first episode of Mayhem of the year, as we are getting to you guys with one hell of an episode, one big episode to say the least. And wait a minute now, finally get that tag in as Dax is in the ring. Dax is in the ring, nowhere to go, nothing to do. What is Santos gonna do here? Oh, man, Santos, no choice but to just get caught in the spider's web right now. That is the only thing he can do. And wait a minute now, Santos, both men going for a collar and tie. Now it looks like Santos finally having that momentum, finally having that edge. And there we go. That is exactly what we want to see there. Luchador tag action at its finest, bouncing off of the ropes, hitting him with a double shoulder tackle. Beautiful work there. Beautiful, beautiful work there by Rey Mysterio. Mysterio now up and down he goes. Up and down he goes. And man, oh man, oh man. You know, Rey Mysterio showing that not only does he have a lot of fight left for an old dog, but there is so much left in the tank. And wait a minute now, Mysterio bouncing off the ropes and dropping Dax where he stands. Beautiful, beautiful work here by Mysterio to Dax. Now this is exactly what you want to see here tonight. Dax being one of the more hard-hitting men compared to the two. Beautiful, beautiful work we are seeing here. And look at this. What does he have in store for him now? Santos Escobar making his way to the ring. Escobar signed, sealed, and deliver. Looking to do it. Drops him! Phantom Driver 2 and no! That was out of nowhere. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Santos Escobar seemingly in control, we're going to have to go on commercial break, but we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday, it'll be FTR defending their tag team championships against the team of Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson. The Shield are looking to take tag team golds. Will they be able to do so? Find out this Sunday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from commercial break, and Escobar taking it high, wrist snap, going for the cover on one half of the tag team champions. Is Dax done? No. No. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know we don't talk about the history of the actual championships themselves, but FTR are our third champions here in Universe Mode. Oh, big takedown there by Dax. First titles being held, or the first time the championships were held, were by the two men standing at ringside right now, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. Second time was by the Usos, and now we're seeing the third champions run their course, but it seems like the LWO might have FTR's number here tonight. And oh man, wait a minute, both men getting tangled up here. Big discus elbow missed out there as Rey Mysterio says no, goes for a kick but missed out there. Dax now trying to do something big here to Mysterio, drops him. Mysterio and Dax all over each other left and right. Every time they want to throw something at each other, they just have something for each other. And look at that, Rey Mysterio sending more of a message than anything by kicking out at one. See, this is exactly what you want to see from Rey Mysterio. That dog in his chest, it's peaking, ladies and gentlemen. But look at this Cash now in the ring. Looked like he wanted to go after Santos, but switch gears there. And wait a minute now. What does he have in mind here? Cash making Mysterio fly. And oh man, Cruz del Toro did not appreciate that disrespect. Did not appreciate Cash Wheeler throwing his mentor right into his face. And oh man, wait a minute. That might have been all Rey needed. Rey drops Cash. Man, oh man, I haven't seen a maneuver like that since Lucha Underground was in business. But oh, wait a minute, speaking of the Luchador maneuvers, look at this. And Bulldog from the top. Talk about pulling out all the stops. 1, 2, no. Dax wouldn't have got there in time. I'm telling you that now. Dax would have not gotten there in time. It is a blessing, a straight blessing that Cash kicked out off of the ropes now. Bam. And man, oh man, I doubt that FTR thought that they were going to have to fight this much, ladies and gentlemen. As FTR, listen, these two guys are going to be in for the fight of their life. Power driver by Cash. Cash with the power driver. But look, Joaquin and Cruz doing what they do best. Getting in the way, and look at that once again. Rey Mysterio prospering, and Code Breaker! 1, 2, no! Santos saves Rey! Oh my goodness! Big punch into the midsection there by FTR. Dax now looking to play a little bit of cleanup, looking to do what he has to do. And oh my God, but look at that, Rey tossing him off there, as you can't blame him. Rey Mysterio, of course, gonna want to do any and everything he can. Any and everything, you hear me? Tags him in. Young Escobar in the ring, ready to go. Catches the champion, Phantom Driver. 1, no. Gets kicked right in his face by Cash Wheeler. But Santos isn't happy about that one, as he brings Wheeler into the ropes. Now focusing his attention back on Wheeler. Picks him up, drops him with a suplex. Dax is up to his feet. Big super kick there by Escobar. Dax moves out of the way. Dax gets caught by Escobar. Escobar catches him. A man on a mission. Santos Escobar is looking to put the LWO's name back on the map. And oh, wait a minute. Dax says no. Dax understanding the kind of desperation, the kind of trouble that he is in. That is exactly what he is going to want to do right there. And looks to turn his attention to Rey Mysterio. Looks to laugh in his face. He's going for a pin in Rey Mysterio's face. But kick out at 1 there by Santos. And oh man, these men going absolutely all over the place. Suplex by Dax. Mysterio wants to tag, but if you ask me, he's not getting it. He is not getting it, ladies and gentlemen. What a match we are seeing. Wow. This is just incredible, ladies and gentlemen. The fight that we are seeing, the determination that we are seeing is unmatched. It's absolutely unmatched. And wait a minute now. Bouncing off and catches him. It seems like Rey got a little caught up by the rope himself. He couldn't get all of it, but he made sure he got enough. And enough was all he needed. Man, oh man. He's not looking good at all, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. 2 and no. Cash kicks. Like I was saying, this was not looking good for the LWO, but it seems like they're trying to find new life. They're trying. Cash with a punch. Catches him. What does he have in mind here for Santos Escobar? Pulling back on him. Is this going to be it here? Oh, no. I thought it was. Rey said no, but now Rey's getting disrespected and dominated for interrupting. Oh, my God, ladies and gentlemen. And a code breaker. Get to the cover. Do what you have to do! Cash! 2! Come on, ref! 3! With the ref got knocked down in the middle of the match. The ref got destroyed and dominated, and it just was a lot for everybody in this tag team match. But in the end, it was FTR to walk away with the victory. In the end, it's FTR showing the WWE once again exactly why they are the World Tag Team Champions, but take nothing away from the co-leaders of the LWO, Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio came out here and they wrestled, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk professional wrestling? Do not forget the 3-letter word that comes with it, known as FTR. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is General Manager Adam Pearce, and I am backstage here with Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns as we are set to get into our split-screen interview. First question for you, Roman Reigns, is this Sunday coming up, you have a matchup at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Now, the entire WWE Universe wants to know, shouldn't you be more focused on that match instead of your issues with Solo? You know, Adam, for once, me and you can actually agree on something. You're right. I'm supposed to be worrying about the Chamber right now. I'm supposed to be worried about the next step, the final chapter in the Bloodline saga for Season 2, and that's becoming World Heavyweight Champion. But yet, I'm still dealing with shit like this. I'm still dealing with shit that Solo obviously can't handle. 3 months ago, me and you stood into the middle of the ring for Tribal Court. 3 months ago, I asked you specifically, Solo, I asked you if you were ready. I asked you if you were willing, if you were able to do the job not for me, not for Jimmy, not for Jay, hell, not for the wise man, but for your bloodline, for your wife, for your kid, for your family. And you assured me time after time after time that the job would get done. You assured me that your tribal chief had nothing to worry about. And what did you do? You lost not only your first match, but then you went on to ignore bloodline business for almost 2 months now. And you expect, what do you expect, this to go good? Do you expect to be welcomed back in with open arms? Well, guess what? It's going to take a whole hell of a lot for you to earn that back. Because you made a mistake. You crossed a line when you disrespected your tribal chief. Hell, I'd say we can squash this tonight. But you have to admit that you were wrong. Not only do you have to admit that you were wrong, but you have to admit that I seen the future, that I am the man. And I'm not saying this as, for you to just acknowledge your tribal chief. I warned you in the beginning that you were not ready, and you challenged my thought. You challenged what I said. If this is to go any further, you are to not challenge anything I ever say again, because obviously I know what's best for the bloodline. You know best for the bloodline, Roman. How many times is it actually taking you to get a win? Alright, you want to sit here and you want to talk about Tribal Court like that was the very first step. You want to talk about Tribal Court? Let's talk about the first Tribal Court. Let's talk about what actually got you to the dance. What got you to the dance was me and my brothers. Me and your cousins. Me and my blood. I should have been the head of the table. I should have been the man to beat, but instead I sat back and watched the elders and the ancestors praise the tribal chief, praise the one Samoan to uplift us out of the poverty that we were in. But I could have been that guy. You didn't need to beg me. We didn't need to rip me out of a faction to get me to be a part of the bloodline. I was here from day one. How many times do we have to beg you? We have to scratch. We had to go to war just to get you on our side, and you have the audacity to question my integrity for the bloodline. You have the audacity to look me in the face and just give you the command as captain, as leader, as reign, as head of the table. You don't deserve it, Roman. You don't deserve it. You won a couple of matches on Raw, and you're going into the Chamber. Woohoo, win the Chamber. That's what we want to see. That's what the ancestors want to see. We don't want to see Roman get to the big one and fail again, because if that's the case, then we can rewind the clock and everybody can just watch Survivor Series on replay. That was your big play, right? Follow me. I'm the head of the table. As long as we follow my plan, we'll win. And it didn't work out like that. And although you're going to try to sit here and make it seem like it was my fault, make it seem like it was my fault because I was the one that took the pin, you should have had my back from the start. We are a bloodline. We are not a shield. We are not a faction made upon a certain country. We are blood. We are the closest thing that any tag team faction or any goddamn person on this world is going to get to when it comes to being united. And you broke that because of your ego. You broke that because you couldn't get your goal at becoming World's Heavyweight Champion. Well, I hope you do it Sunday, Roman. I really hope you do, because if you don't, I'm not. If you don't, I lose faith in you, Roman. But if you win, then I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have for your sit-down split-screen interview. But as you can see between these two cousins, things are definitely heating up for sure. And we are going to have a breakdown for the continuation of this interview this coming Monday on Raw. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, but we will have, well, as you know, Elimination Chamber Backlash coming out of it. Will Roman win and will Solo acknowledge him? Or will Roman lose and Solo rises as your new tribal chief? Find out Sunday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting for this one all night. Coming up next, it'll be two former women's champions as Shotzi goes one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. But inside your main event, we have a huge fatal four-way match. Are you hyped? I'm hyped. Let's get into it. It's gonna be good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back out here in the Mayhem Zone, and it is time to get into the action that we all know and love, ladies and gentlemen. It's women's action here tonight as Shotzi is going to be going one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. These are two former women's champions stepping into the ring, and that's what makes this one so interesting. That's what makes this one so, I guess there's only one word to describe it, and that's just pure and utter mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one's going to be two women that have faced each other in the past. Now, I want to take you guys back. Now, it was last year around Elimination Chamber time when we went inside our first ever Elimination Chamber last year at the Chamber pay-per-view. And it was a good pay-per-view, don't get me wrong, but it was this woman right here who was the highlight of that night, because Shotzi Blackheart was the woman to win the Women's Championship and become our first ever Women's World Champion here in Universe Mode. Now, she did end up losing the championship a couple of months later to Rhea Ripley, which then end up dropping hands to Shayna Baszler. It's a very confusing story around early last year, but that happened. We only have three women's champions here in Universe Mode: Rhea Ripley, Shotzi, and Shayna Baszler. And tonight we are going to be seeing two out of those three former champions step into the ring here tonight, and only one of those former champions can step inside that Elimination Chamber. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see who walks away with the victory here tonight, mainly just because whoever does, they're going to be an automatic threat. Shotzi wins, she's a threat. Baszler wins, she's definitely a threat. Both women have held championship gold. You know, that was the the similar piece to what Cody was talking about this past Monday when he said that he's the advantage. You know, he's the only former world champion that's going to be stepping into that men's chamber. So, you know, kind of mimicking on the women's side a little bit, but very, very true. But ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Spades is back, and we have not seen Shayna Baszler in quite a bit of time here in Universe Mode. But the last time we seen her, she was on an absolute destruction, or a collision course, I should say the least. She was dominating and dominating like never before, ladies and gentlemen, as Shayna Baszler was our third champion here in Universe Mode, and then, you know, went right back to Rhea Ripley. But Baszler was our third champion here in Universe Mode, winning the championship back at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view by defeating Rhea Ripley in an Extreme Rules match. And then after the matchup, lighting a table on fire and putting, you know, Rhea Ripley through it. Listen, let's just say that whenever this woman right here, Shayna Baszler, has just a little bit of power, a little bit of control, a little bit of spotlight, she runs with it. And when I say she runs with it, she makes sure that it hurts any and everybody who steps into the ring. This is the field of competitors so far stepping inside that Elimination Chamber matchup for the women. And oh man, Shotzi already coming hard tonight, not playing any games. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I said it before and I'll say it again. Can you really blame her here tonight? Shotzi has a lot to prove when stepping into the squared circle, but you know, not only from stepping into the squared circle, you know, Shotzi has had a lot of development. Shotzi has had a lot of sitting on the sidelines. Shotzi has had a lot basically here in Universe Mode, just trying to figure out who and where and how and where she's gonna kind of maneuver, you know. But look at this, Shayna Baszler already doing what she's so known for doing here in Universe Mode, and that's using that technical background to her advantage. We've seen it, and we've been seeing it over the last couple of weeks with a handful of superstars here in the WWE universes. They use that technical wrestling to their advantage, to their ability, or at least, you know, as much as they can. But wait a minute now, Shotzi now up and down, bringing Baszler down for a suplex, not playing any games with her here tonight. Shotzi already top rope. We know when she goes up there, she's dastardly and dangerous, as she is calling up calling up the former women's champion. Drop kick there by Shotzi. And as you know, when Shayna Baszler was coming on the scene, that she targeted Shotzi. She put Shotzi up on injury. And Shotzi is back all these months later to pay regards to the woman who put her on the shelf, being Shayna Baszler. But wait a minute, once again, looking to go for that arm and gets her. Picks her up. What does she have in mind now? Goes for a big kick, missed out. Ooh, big knee there by Baszler. Baszler with a heavy knee strike now. Both women go. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. Baszler is not playing any games here tonight. And now look at this. Showing off to the WWE Universe. But wait a minute. That might have been too soon. That might have been way too soon. As Shotzi catches Baszler in the corner. Baszler! Sliced bread! Was it the mistake by Baszler? The mistake by Baszler? No way. Senton! Coffin drop is in. Nowhere to go. 1, 2. What? Shotzi does it in quick fashion. She is your final woman stepping inside that elimination chamber at No Way Out. Ladies and gentlemen, say what you want about Shotzi, and there isn't really much to say over the last couple of months because she hasn't been here. But you talk about a comeback, I think we are on the precipice of one. Wow. What a match. This was absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. But Shotzi can proudly say that she is that much closer to the mountaintop. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know coming up this Sunday, it is going to be for the World's Heavyweight Championship, Baszler and McIntyre. But coming up next, Drew McIntyre will be speaking to the entire WWE Universe about his up-and-coming match against Finn Bálor this Sunday at No Way Out. I was told to come out here tonight and say my final piece going into Sunday. I was also told as I was passing Adam Pearson Gorilla that I don't have a lot of time to really speak and get everything that I want to say off my chest tonight because we have one hell of a main event set for you guys. Well, I'm going to get everything off my chest, and I'm going to make it real short and sweet. You see, season 1, I was on the precipice of greatness. I was in the triple threat match at WrestleMania. A lot of people like to argue that that match was match of the night. It was me, Sheamus, and Robert Roode, and you know what we did. The match that we put on for the name and the love of the business, for the Intercontinental Championship, I mean, that right there spoke volumes, but it was just one of many failures that I had to face in my career. It was one of many failures. Now, you see, I went on after WrestleMania and I tried going after the title again multiple times. I tried taking on Austin Theory. I tried taking on Adam Cole. I tried taking on Robert Roode. And every single time, I would be so close to that promised land. Every single time, I would do so good and I'd win a course of matches. I'd get to the big one, and I'd fall short every time. But this Sunday's different. You see, this Sunday's different because there's a lot more on the line. There's a lot more on the line than a championship. My integrity is on the line. Everything that I have fought for in my career is on the line. And if you think for a solitary second that I'm going to let a guy like Finn Balor destroy me and everything that I have done to create myself here in this business, then you do not know Drew McIntyre. I'm going to paint the story, and this isn't a prediction. This, my friends, is a spoiler. The story going into Sunday is a Scottish psychopath walking into the ring with a pillar. And as I take the axe, I will knock down that pillar. And on Monday, we will start the era of McIntyre, the era of WrestleMania. And WrestleMania will come at a price. And anybody who wins that Elimination Chamber, you aren't going to have Judgment Day to face. It will be me. I am not afraid of you. And I am not afraid of what comes next. I don't care if it's Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, or Bobby Lashley. I am going to be champion. Emphatic words by the chosen one. But ladies and gentlemen, mark my words. If this man doesn't walk out champion Sunday, he might not walk out at all. Because this is the most determined I've ever seen Drew McIntyre. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting for this one all goddamn night, and it finally goes down. Coming up next, it is going to be Rhodes, Lashley, Joe, and Punk inside the square circle. And every man will be for themselves as these men will face each other in a fatal four-way match, and the winner will get the No Way Out Chamber last spot. Who's going to win? Find out now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back here in the Mayhem Zone, and I can officially say, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event. Rhodes, Lashley, Punk, and Joe. One for the first time ever in Mayhem history. We are having an all-star fatal four-way match. An all-star it is, as the four men that are stepping inside this fatal four-way are Raw's absolute best. Hell, Raw Universe Mode's absolute best. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be damn interesting, and the reason why this matchup is taking place is because of what happened this past Monday. If you want to go check it out, I definitely suggest you do. It was one of the most craziest episodes of Universe Mode to start us off for the new year, ladies and gentlemen, and I tell you what happened. It happened like this. CM Punk was set to go one-on-one with Samoa Joe, both men making their Raw debuts on that night, and it was a good match until Bobby Lashley came out. Lashley came out, put the Hurt Lock in on CM Punk, costing Samoa Joe the matchup, and Samoa Joe did not take kindly to that, as Samoa Joe and Lashley went on to brawl, and then Punk came back in the fray, and then Rhodes came out, and then Roman came out. And I think with my heart of hearts, ladies and gentlemen, that all 5 contestants for this chamber are ready. But are they ready for the surprise contender that Adam Pearce keeps hyping up? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Roman is handling bloodline business, but yet he's still in the chamber, and these 4 men are taking each other on. As this all started originally, Cody wasn't even in the chamber. Before this year even started, Cody announced himself for the Elimination Chamber, but he already had a set matchup, and that was for him to go one-on-one with CM Punk at No Way Out. So either way, Rhodes is going to be on the card. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. When it comes down to Cody Rhodes, this man is just switching it up, and he is trying to make sure that he is in the best and top place that he can be in going into WrestleMania. Now, like I said, originally it was supposed to be a one-on-one match. Now Punk and Rhodes have managed to earn their way inside the Elimination Chamber along with Lashley, Reigns, and the man himself, known as Samoa Joe, as Joe is probably one of the most dangerous individuals coming out of that Elimination Chamber. And it's definitely going to be interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, a man that I'd say a lot of people are sleeping on, to say the least, is the almighty Bobby Lashley. Now, I want to remind everybody now, the implications for this matchup are simple. The winner of this fatal 4-way match, you win either pinfall or submission, and the winner of this matchup, well, they'll come out last for the chamber. And I like that. I like that. You put all this work in, you go crazy in this matchup. Oh man, every time I hear this entrance, it's just music to my ears, no pun intended. No pun intended. Look at this man, ready for anything, cut everything. It seems like this past Monday, he had a little bit of hair grown back from since he's come back to the WWE, a bit of a beard. Seems like Punk is going absolute clean shave ahead of the chamber. Can you blame him, ladies and gentlemen? CM Punk, he calls himself the voice of the voiceless, the best in the world tonight. Tonight, he has to put all that up tonight. He steps into the ring with one of the men he faced this past Monday, Samoa Joe, along with all the other men he's going to be facing inside the Elimination Chamber this Sunday inside your main event, ladies and gentlemen. We are 2 days away from that extravaganza. We are 2 days away from making history. Will we make history? How will we make history? I don't know, but whatever happens, Sunday night will be the absolute, path going in to the Elimination Chamber. So it's going to be fairly interesting, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. But the man of the hour, the man who is signed exclusively to Mayhem, but we've seen him make his debut this past Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It is Samoa Joe. Joe sent a lot of messages, a lot of messages when it came down to the man himself, Bobby Lashley. Listen, Lashley tried to make a statement. Lashley tried to make a point out of Joe, and Joe let it be known that, listen, you're not making a point out of me. I'll be damned if you make a point out of me. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the point that I'm trying to make when it comes down to this matchup is this is going to be one hell of a match, ladies and gentlemen, as Samoa Joe is ready, and he is ready for any and absolutely everything here tonight. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to see 4 men absolutely dominate and decimate for one reason and one reason only, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the call theirself. Well, they think to call themselves champion, but here, this is going to be damn good. Every single participant's fired up, and look at this one. Oh, man, look at that. Same thing that happened on Monday. Lashley and Joe going at each other. Cody and Punk going right at each other, and you see right there, it's Punk to take it away early here tonight, not playing any games with the American Nightmare. And oh man, this is not looking good for, wait a minute, the American Nightmare looking to turn this one around here tonight on CM Punk, and as Lashley working on Joe, not playing any games with the Samoan submission machine. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, can you really blame him? And wait a minute, look at this. Oh, the gears definitely changed a lot in the quick seconds as Lashley decimating and dominating, and oh, wait a minute, look at that. Rhodes catches Lashley, but Punk and Rhodes, Punk with a knee to the side of, to the side of Samoa Joe, and once again it's Rhodes and Lashley working on each other as Lashley is locked in that cross arm breaker, nowhere to go, nothing to do, and now Lashley trying to work himself up as Punk and Rhodes going at each other. We knew this one was going to be personal. I knew these 2 men couldn't wait to get their hands on each other. Punk now takes down Rhodes, and kick out there by Joe. And wait a minute now, leg scissors there by CM Punk to Cody Rhodes as those 2 men are going at it, and wait a minute, Punk now, reverses whatever Joe wanted to do to him right there. Is now it's CM Punk and Samoa Joe inside the square circle, and Cody and Lashley fighting on the outside. First time we're seeing Cody and Lashley mix it up, as we just seen Punk and Joe mix it up this past Monday on Raw. And wait a minute now, Joe down, Punk and Lashley going at it. That's a new combination, but this one isn't. Look at that big drop kick there to Rhodes. You can definitely tell that CM Punk is here to do exactly what he said he was going to do in the start of Universe Mode, and that is expose each and every single individual. But as Lashley gets brought up to the top, CM Punk just got intercepted by the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, but Rhodes now bouncing off of the ropes. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to go on commercial break. We'll be right back. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are back down to get inside the squared circle. And, you know, this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is exactly what it is all about. It is about stepping inside the ring, getting the job done, and knowing your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Not only knowing it, but being very wary. As you see, all these guys are taking it to the outside now. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes just can't get their hands off each other, as Cody Rhodes just sent CM Punk right into Samoa Joe. You can't think that Joe's going to be too happy about that one, and no, he isn't. Look at that. So Samoa Joe with a suplex, sending Rhodes not only on his neck, but taking him all the way across the ring. And I want to remind everybody that this match right here is for big implications. Oh, because the winner of this matchup right here comes out of that last pod inside that elimination chamber. That is exactly what you want going into this pay-per-view. That is exactly what you want, especially being the fact that no matter if you win or lose tonight, you're fighting tonight. You're already in the match. Oh, power slam by Cody. So you're kind of pulling double duty. You know, you only get Saturday to rest, and you're back at it again on Monday. And oh man, look at this. Look at this now. Punk gets up, Rhodes gets Rhodes up to his feet as Bobby Lashley over on the other side. Lashley just leveling Samoa Joe with that steel step. So look at this, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk still working on each other. Lashley with more weapons to the face of Samoa Joe, but Joe is finding a way to get out of it. Joe finding a way, and look at this. Samoa Joe doing something I never thought I'd see him do, but look at that, Cody. Cody with that sidewalk slam, Uranagi-esque choke slam to CM Punk, and oh, Punk is definitely getting a beating that Cody promised him. And he's seeming like he was starting to deliver on that this past Monday. And oh, power driver by fucking Punk. Oh my God. Punk and Rhodes, man, when they fight, it just feels personal. But wait a minute, Samoa Joe coming around town with a bat in his hand. Oh, Punk's back. Punk's back, just got attacked with the bat. And Lashley through the ropes. When the hell have we ever seen Bobby freaking Lashley do that? All right, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe from time to time, but I've never seen Lashley pull off that. And wait a minute, Rhodes now looks to pick up the Samoan submission machine and gets him down. Spinning back elbow there by CM Punk to Cody Rhodes. And oh man, Coast finding out a way to stay in it, going right after the almighty Bobby Lashley. Electric chair position. Is he going to get him? He does! Gets him, and now symbolizing that bionic elbow. The famous maneuver from good old Dusty. And wait a minute now, Cody bulldog the Punk. And look at this, Samoa Joe wasting no time getting getting Rhodes right back into that ring. He wants to worry about the in-ring action. He wants to do any and everything he can do. Lashley with a suplex. Drop Big Joe on his neck. Punk up to his shoulders. No, GTS. Thought we were going to see it. Punk wanted to hit a GTS to Rhodes, but gets out of the ring in the nick of time. Look at that. Lashley, though, going right at Rhodes. Oh, once again. Third time? No. Oh, Joe says no. Joe not allowing it, but wait a minute. Hurt Lock is locked in. The Hurt Lock is locked in. Punk, wait a minute. What the hell? Cody's out. Cody's out. What? Cody, ladies and gentlemen, Cody didn't tap, if you guys can tell, if you guys just seen, Cody just passed out. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the most slept on man going into the No Way Out chamber? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to rise for Bobby Lashley said at Raw Anniversary he wanted to put the Hurt Business back on the map, and this Sunday he might be able to. But that's not all that's coming this Sunday. Big World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Big Tag Team World Championship matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, the Intercontinental Championship picture can't get more bigger than this one. Yeah, and oh man, this one's gonna be an all-star one to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.